this thing loops for fucking ever. Get ready for.
Hang on. I specifically remember you asking me for a long loop.
My bad. All right. You are listening to episode 113 of Paper Player. I'm your host, Tony. I'm joined with Josh, Jeff, and JB. So much news came out this week, so we are going to skip JB's adventures to Gen Con. Maybe you can store that for maybe an extra episode.
Yeah, I hate this. This is the worst. How do you do this every time? Anytime someone's like, yeah, I played a live event, you're like, actually, we're skipping it this week. We're going to something else.
I don't want to keep the people here for 2 hours. We got to get moving. With that, guys.
No, I want to say something.
Okay, well, hold on.
Correcting the record.
Okay,
last week, you were like, what is this art for the Smothering Tithe? I will explain it to you. So there's a meme. Well, whatever. There's like a trope in anime that's called the Ojo-sama, which is like the rich, haughty girl or princess or whatever, like someone in nobility or or royalty, who does that thing where they put their hand to the left of their face and do like a ho 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 like sound.
Put on your cam and show me.
That's what's happening. That's what's here. I'll give you a nice link. How
No.
about that?
Right now, for all I know, you're making stuff up. Okay.
Here you go.
Thanks. Watch. Click. Looked at it. No, I didn't. Nobody's looking.
But yeah. So the whole point is that it's a rich woman laughing at a poor woman who's like distraught in the corner.
Hell yeah, dude. You ain't got no money.
Smothering Tithe, you know.
Yeah.
Girl, you ain't got no money. All right. As always, if you want to connect with us, we're on a whole bunch of social media platforms. The best way to find that is through our link tree. Best way to probably connect with us is Facebook. The other ways are going to be doubtful. With that, help us grow on YouTube. If you join in and subscribe to our YouTube channel, you get entered in, as long as your profile is public, into our weekly giveaway, which we give away 5 cards every single episode. And with that, you have chances to get that. And yes, if you've won once, you can win it week over week over week. So tell your friends, help us grow, because as the number grows, so will the cards. That being said, so much news came out from Gen Con this week, guys. Like I said, there's no time for
like me
existing at Gen Con.
Getting one of those, one of 295.
Yeah,
That was cool.
That was pretty dope.
That was awesome.
Yeah, Jeff was like, he was robbing one of the employees after he stole $300,000 worth of magic cards, so he's on a high. He was like, "Give me that Pearl Trident."
All right. I'll save it until the after show. That's fine.
All right. All the news, some unbans, and then questions for the boys. With that, let's go right into it. I don't know if you guys paid attention to the Gen Con panel, but my God. So,
dude, I wish I would have went live to it. It was sold out like immediately.
Oh wow. Do you think there's anything special to the live event?
I don't know. I heard they were also giving away soul rings to people at the door.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Or not soul rings. The
Lotus petals.
Lotus petal. The fancy ones that people are going to get in September or whatever.
$1 billion.
Yeah, foil ones.
Oh, you want to buy mine?
No.
Foil ones that aren't curled, but
yeah.
All right, so a whole bunch of stuff came out, but we'll just hit with the Universes Beyond stuff, which has just been a plethora of memes that have been coming through with all that. So right from the get-go, you have
Yes.
Are you into Fallout? You can have it. I don't care. We're syndicated now. We're syndicated now. We do whatever we want.
Yes, dude, I'm so hyped for this. Like,
What?
This is gonna be like, they're gonna be commander.
Devin,
decks,
what's up,
so
bud?
It's gonna be like the 40k decks, and Fallout's just such a funny, like, it's like a lot of dark humor in those games. So like, I'm interested to see what they do with the cards.
Yeah.
I played the heck out of Fallout.
Yeah.
How much is the buy list on the Lotus Petal, JB?
I don't know. I was looking.
We gotta
I
bring
can't
back
find it on
JB's
TCG
Bazaar.
Player.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I don't know anything about Fallout. I don't know what the connectivity of that is. I just know that there is it Pet Boy? What's that guy? Pip Boy, and then like they use bottle caps as like currency, right?
Currency.
So I can't.
It's just post-apocalyptic, like really dark humor. That's all it is. Like if you ever played the Wasteland games, they're very similar in like the attitude of games.
That game fell into the same category as like BioShock to me, and Morrowind and like all that stuff.
Say that it's Skyrim.
You guys hear this, dude?
It's Skyrim. It's Skyrim, but post-apocalyptic.
Those games are lame. Always hated them. Okay.
Did you guys hear this guy?
Yeah.
maidenless.
Dude, are we
I
gonna
play
get an
cool games like
Earthbound?
that.
Are we gonna get an Earthbound?
Nintendo's.
That would be awesome.
That'd be sick.
You know what? I am surprised that
Nintendo.
I was gonna say Nintendo hasn't come out with a card game yet. And like Lorcana, by the way, Lorcana, don't get
they have
baited. Don't buy
Pokemon.
Lorcana. And I guess they do.
Why?
Yeah, but that's by the Pokemon Company. That's like its own. The Pokemon Company probably hates them that they're connected to Nintendo. To be honest with you, because they
Probably
can't.
not. Like that's where like I mean they sell the games and stuff through them. And, like that's a big partnership.
Yup. Game freaking Nintendo, baby.
Baby.
Making
Yeah.
millions.
And
Well, I
then-
guess it's the Pokemon Company now or whatever, but
Yeah. So we got Fallout. Then there's Final Fantasy, which that one I have some.
really dumb.
Yeah. Anything from like 1 through 7. Well, actually, I take that back. 1, and then in the United States, I believe the Super Nintendo, which was actually 6 or 5, was
5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7.
Two on Nintendo was 4 in Japan.
I have
Was
no
that what it was?
idea what.
Yes, because
was
it's
it
the one
really-
with
why do you
Cecil
look up
and
those-
all them.
Is that the one with the twins where they turn into the twins where they turn into
Yes.
stone? That game is tits. That's when you get limit breaks and all that call. Yeah. Yeah. But Final Fantasy 1 I played the hell out of. I played the remake when I was on the Advance. And then as far as 7 goes, I wasn't sophisticated enough to play that game, so I watched my brother play it.
Oh my god, so much.
The game is like as like an 8-year-old, it's just like too much. You're like, Mithra, how does this work? Like you're like this complicated system. And back then, like there was no YouTube, so you couldn't just figure shit out. You just had to like
Yep.
I just
had the
try.
have a friend that knew how to do it.
I had the
Yeah.
my stepmom at the time worked for a printing company and they had printed tips and tricks.
Yeah.
So me and my stepbrother would always get the issues like 2 weeks before they released.
Yeah. Pretty sick.
All the cheat codes.
So I know Final Fantasy has its own game, and I know it's an own game. Its own game. They have like the 16 or the 8-bit versions. I can't imagine Universes Beyond trying to do that, and I hope they don't flop on this and they don't do like what they did with League of Legends, where it's just like purely from the newest stuff. I know you said 1 through 16, but I can imagine it being like Final Fantasy 7
One
stuff.
card from one from 2.
Yeah, and then like here's the newest Final Fantasy game that's coming out, which is like Final Fantasy 7 remake and all that, and just like all art from there. I want that classic artwork.
I'm interested to see what they do with the characters that span through all of them. Like there's a Sid in every game, there's a Big Zim Wedge in every game, Ifrit and Shiva in every game. So I
don't
think
think
it'll
they're
be
in every
cool if like how they have multiple versions of cards in every other set, just like they did in Lord of the Rings. They
That's
have,
actually a pretty good idea.
Like a new Ifrit, like an 8-bit Ifrit, and then like original Final Fantasy 7 Ifrit. I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
like if they did it that way, it'd be
They
really
did with
cool.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
How good do you
No,
think?
like, that's the Jurassic Park one. That'll be like the Godzillas.
So with Final Fantasy, like equipment's gonna be a big thing, right? So like I hope
Oh,
they.
yeah.
I mean, Cloud's like Buster Blade or
I
whatever
was
it's
gonna
called.
say, what do you think the one of from this is gonna be? Because they're definitely gonna do it. Because this is like gonna be just like the Lord of the Rings set. It's gonna be its own. It's gonna be in modern.
It's either gonna be the Sephiroth because Sephiroth is so iconic in that way, or it's gonna be Cloud's Final Sword. What's that one called? I don't remember what it's called.
I don't remember what the sword is called. I remember what his limit break was called.
Unless they want attention
Like,
from
it's
the
like
newest
heaven
show.
something.
Yeah, Jimbo. My opinion on Lorcana is don't buy it.
Why not buy
Why?
Lorcana?
Don't fall for it. It's gonna be
It's gonna
a
be
fun.
cheap in the stores in like
You're just like
a
you
month.
sound like a politician right now. You gotta explain yourself.
I know. I said don't buy it because in 5 years it will be no longer a thing. Just like how every card
See,
game is.
If any card game had the money to back it to like fix its issues, if it had it, it's gonna be Disney.
Yeah, but Disney's not part of it. That's the problem. It's
Disney's also, like,
Disney.
known for like a pump and dump.
Yeah,
just
Dis-
dropping
it's,
it once they get their cash.
it's Disney licensed, but it's ran and controlled by Ravenberg or whatever. So like,
Yeah.
as soon as they have a bad set, that's it. Like Disney's like, we out. Like and the royalties they probably have to pay for this partnership is probably not in the best interest for Ravensburg, because I can't imagine Disney going, here, you take the bigger cut.
See,
So.
I think we're also not looking at the fact that like this card game has the ability to become like Pokemon, because so many people love Disney.
Yeah,
There's going to be so many people that just want to collect it. So even if the card
Collect
game is
it.
bad, I think the card game will still exist just for those people.
Which is crazy.
yeah, but so my issue with that and with that specific thing with Lorcana is we're in the modern age of like tech. Whereas, Pokemon getting on the ground floor, there wasn't a lot of collectors. It was all by hearsay, and they like had like a natural phenomenon. Whereas this is like a forced phenomenon. Like everybody, it's really, really skeptical, or not skeptical, but really scarce. It's like, hey, don't get on the ground floor, don't miss. Is like the fact that the game's not out and there's 2,000 slabbed cards. It's like, all right, you know what? This game is shit. Like,
but, I mean, that's gonna happen with every card game that comes out. Like, because
On top of
everyone,
that-
nobody's slabbing no flesh and blood cards. Nobody's slabbing Force of Will cards.
No,
maybe
people
are definitely slabbing.
maybe
flesh and
maybe
blood.
2 cards, maybe like 3. Okay,
Yeah, it's like some really rare ones.
Yeah.
Slabbing is so stupid to me. I don't.
Yes.
get it.
To each their own. I don't really care
That's
if you
stupid.
want to slab your cards. It's on you. But
I mean, I don't desire like.
we live in an
With
age where
Pokemon cards,
everyone
too.
thinks every collectible game is gonna blow up. So yes, I do think it'll be cheaper in a couple months.
Yeah.
Especially once it hits like Walmart and stuff like that. If all of the card shop owners don't buy it up, because boxes are really pre-selling for like $400 right now.
yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna say.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
At Gen Con, I saw a small number of people who were pumped and playing the game in corners. Everyone else I saw, like the majority of people, were just ripping boxes open and going, "Oh my god, look, I got this foil! It's worth $300."
I
And
got
then
the
that was it.
genie. Yeah, it's
Well, yeah.
That was it.
no.
It was a
Right.
very small
It's just
player
Pokemon.
base and a very big collectible,
Yeah.
like collectible.
Oh yeah, I like I said, I think it's going to be a big collectible thing. Like, even if the game fails, there's still going to be people that want to buy these cards.
I was about to say, and Pokemon has the same thing, right? It's like
Yeah.
a majority of the people who collect the cards are not players. They just want the cool
No,
card. That,
There's no Pokemon players. Zero. There's not a single Pokemon.
And
player.
you-
that's what I'm saying. Is Lorcana
Yeah.
was brand new. People were playing it because it was brand new, but
Yeah.
it was a small amount compared to the amount who were either just buying the stuff and selling it immediately or
Yeah.
screaming about the price.
Has anybody seen the gameplay of it? Is there a possibility for a multiplayer variant? Because that's one of the downsides to like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. There's just that doesn't exist. So like, there's one way to play the game and that's it.
I know this is crossing into my Gen Con thing, but I did not get a chance to play it because the lines were like, people were lining up at
Outrageous.
6 p.m. the night before, sleeping in line, and then
Stupid.
going to buy.
So dumb.
Well, so you know that promo Mickey that was handed out?
Yeah.
Yep.
The first couple of people that got them sold them for like $1,200 online, but at the end of the weekend they were worth $30.
Oh, it's so funny. I saw
'Cause they
2
gave away
dealers that
so
had it in their
many.
case for $300 a piece. It made me laugh so much.
It's like the scarcity of like this idea that I have to get on the ground floor because this set has a Black Lotus. It's like it doesn't
Yep.
though. It doesn't, because there's going to be like 500 maybe 5 million Mickeys to the 12,000 Black Lotuses. So just like,
Oh,
can you
agreed.
roll back on this game, please? Like, chill.
I
So-
think people thought there was going to be a lot less of them, and
Yeah.
then they were just handed out everywhere.
Yeah.
And you can open that same card in the set just with a different art.
Yeah.
I got a buddy who kickstarted some goofy card game. I forget the name of it, whatever. But he received his boxes. He didn't get his starter decks yet because they had a delay in shipping or something. And he said, I'm looking online on eBay, and people are selling these boxes for like 4 times the price that I sold them for. And I said, sell them immediately. Like,
Get
those
out.
will deflate as soon as the product becomes relatively available.
Yeah.
Like, get rid of it for now.
That's I've been saying this for years, is that nerds are the best market because they have to have it, and
Yeah.
they will always come back. And you can treat them extremely poorly, but they always come back.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't buy a. I was really, really close to buying a Galaxy foiled watery grave
Yeah.
this weekend, and then I saw
Those
you.
are so pretty.
I saw you message the old bordered
Ravnica.
box. Yeah,
And you're like,
and
I'm
I was
out.
like, "What? Well, no, never
Yeah.
mind.
These are trash.
So yes, it is very much like I gotta have the cool thing. I want the cool thing, and I fall prey to that
You have
sometimes
to
too.
have it.
So
Yep.
We all
I
do.
have to have it.
Yeah. That's just sometimes you want to make your one thing flex.
Anyways,
about
I think
crowd.
the Final Fantasy set's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Same here.
It'll be hard for them to mess it up, I think.
COD
Yeah.
exclusives suck my dick, because they need to do a lottery system where when you get your badge, maybe you can lottery it. That way you don't have to have people spend half their goddamn con in line. Like, fuck you for
oh,
that.
for that, yeah.
like
yeah, yeah.
like suck my dick. I hate
I
that.
thought you were talking about the one of 295ers that they've been handing.
I mean,
out
whatever.
before,
I
but-
No,
don't.
that's
Yeah.
fine. That's them choosing randomly.
Yeah.
They're
I
waiting in
don't
line
care.
for that.
Yeah. All right. More Universes Beyond.
Well, technically, those are con exclusive. You can't get them anywhere else.
Yes,
only
but
can
like,
get
Yeah, whatever.
It appeals to like the.
Yeah, but it's not like people are lining up
Yeah,
to get
you
them.
can't
It's just
line
like,
up
yeah,
I
it's
I
some ra-
hate
it-
that system
right,
sucks.
It was just some random guy, right?
Like
Yeah.
any company is a startup company, people will be much more appreciated where you're just like, hey, put a raffle ticket in, we'll email you, and then or we'll send you something through your Gen Con account, and then come pick it up. That way you don't have to spend like this whole I have to spend a day and a half sleeping in line. Like
Your whole vacation in line,
Like,
to
piss-
get stupid Mickey cards.
yeah, like fuck you for that. All right, Lord of the Rings,
I
Universes
would-
Beyond.
I would never
is
do that.
nuts.
Yeah, dude, it's sick. What is this? The Sauron?
What?
Yeah, this art
Dude,
is
this art is dumb.
insane.
Yeah, so this is
Yeah,
what's coming in
this
the. Is this the holiday edition? These versions you can
Yeah,
get in
I
there.
think so.
Yeah. This card's impossible to read. Look at this mana cost in 4 different spots.
I love it.
I love it. I like the design of it. You ever want to confuse your opponent? Just play this.
Yeah, just go.
Right.
Yeah, just pull one of those on them.
Could you imagine playing this against a brand new player? Like,
Yeah.
How would they ever figure out what this card does?
Yeah, I'm so I've
Just show them the actual version.
I love that like Magic has gone away from like
Experienced Magic players should be prepared.
yeah. I'm glad that like Magic has gone away from like we still need to make things for like so the beginning player. It's like just screw it, just get crazy with it. If you're in, you're in.
Right.
All right, but
And to be fair, like new players shouldn't be buying like modern legal or modern specifically legal sets.
also like if you open this in a pack, you are going to immediately think this is valuable. You're gonna be like, whoa,
Oh, yeah.
like this is so different from all my other cards, you know.
Oh,
All right.
so well done.
And we got
Yeah.
everybody
God.
get on this though.
What are you gonna? I like it. I like it, dude. If I do not get a Jeff Goldblum card, I'm gonna be
Oh
so
my
mad.
god, yes, Mr. Disney.
That would be a hard one. I mean, it's Jurassic World specifically, so I think people
Oh,
are.
is
I
it?
think people are. Well, it's they could be talking about the entire franchise, but it's going to be really difficult because it's specifically like we're going to team up with Jurassic World, so it's going to be the Chris Pratt nonsense. So wahoo!
I mean,
That's
Jeff
way
Goldblum
later.
was in those too.
Is he
so
okay? I didn't
He's
see
in
any
the
of them.
third one.
They're
Bill,
better-
I just want a card
all
that's
three of the
named,
original cast are in the third one.
Yeah.
I just want a card named after that sound that he does when he's like chewing. He's like, you know what I'm talking about.
No, yeah.
Life finds a way.
They got one chance to not screw this up, guys. One chance. Do you know what the card they need to print is?
What?
Let's see if you
Sure,
just
no
got it.
expense.
Okay. It's got to be a food token. It's got to be the Jiggle and Jello.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
God.
It's got to
pretty
be.
good.
If they can make a holographic version where it looks like it's jiggling, like that would be the best. So,
You
That would
know, a
be cool. I
reflecting
don't-
pool with the water droplet like shaking.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
oh, nice. So Jurassic World is the
Top
official name of the
favorites.
franchise. Okay, cool. Didn't know that.
Also, though, I'm pretty sure this is going to be like the Godzilla cards. They're just going to be reskins.
Dude, who cares? What? That's
cool.
that's
I
such
prefer
a
that.
that's such a yeah. It's such a win.
That or it's going to be like the Transformer cards, one of the two. Because it's like
I'm fine
going
with either of them.
The Lost Caverns of Ixalan.
Yeah. So
Aren't the Transformer cards like all like?
they're all unique, and they also well, there's like the yeah.
Splicer's cool, but that's about it.
One of them was played for a minute in like a legacy deck, but that's like every time a new set comes out, someone jams it in like they're 75 and go, I did it, and then they stop playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Throws it at the
Negan
wall
and the
too.
bat or whatever.
Yeah, whichever one it is. It's like, got you guys. Time to complain. But yeah, so I'm sick that they're
I
doing.
think it's hilarious. See, I'm glad legacy players can still have a little bit of fun with these cards.
Dude, did you see what the Buffalo Chicken Dip thing is doing?
What?
Oh, they're allowing the test cards that you got. They're allowing those like for their tournaments. You can play them. Yeah,
No way.
I swear to God, we had a vote and people said thumbs up to it. So both Vintage and Legacy, you can play test cards.
So I can play all Dreadmons?
That's
Uh-huh.
so stupid.
I love it.
Oh yeah,
That's so
Josh.
dumb.
I have that card for you. I can give it to you. The colossal,
Yeah.
make everything colossal Dreadmons.
Yeah. All right. And then last thing is the Assassin's Creed.
Meh.
I don't care anything about this franchise.
I never played a single one.
I put the
Played a
first one.
couple that are alright.
All I know is everyone was really mad about what was it, the third one where they were like, "You live in a pod."
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is another one though that'll get people from outside the franchise to want to get, because like my roommate doesn't play Magic and he asks me every couple months if this is coming out.
This is like the hey, every 2 years we come out with another one of these, right? Games like okay. I the
It's
last
like a
yeah.
yearly thing.
Oh, is it yearly? Okay. I played like 1 and 2 and that was it.
The last one I think was the Viking era one, and the one before that was Egypt. They just time hop now is all it is through different eras.
I mean, whatever. That's like the idea, right? They're like your whole idea is to go back and assassinate like key figures to make sure that the timeline stays correct, or that you change the timeline. I don't know.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even understand it anymore.
It's just everybody likes this white hooded character in like this
It's
time,
SEO.
yeah, and then in this time like in this timeline where everybody's like peasants and they're just dirt poor. So this guy with his silk white is like,
And he doesn't stand out.
yeah. I just like there's a mega
For a hooded figure.
there's like a Mega 64 video that's so funny. I love it. It's like from 15 years ago, and they're just like walking through crowds and just pushing people and putting their hands on everybody because just blend in. Everybody's like, "What the hell are you touching me?" Like, yeah, that's pretty good. All right, and that's it, boys. We're getting Monopoly and everything coming in the Clue edition, Ravnica, the Clue edition.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Yeah. Dude, Clue is
I thought this was a joke.
no, it's real.
Nice. Why a Scooby Doo?
Because it's a mystery.
dude, Clue is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay, I only know of the game that I
You
didn't
watched
understand
it
as
in
a
the
kid.
movie theater?
No,
It was
Oh, man.
Mother of
Before my
Ruin
time.
in the ancient tomb with the Aether Vial.
So
Do you know what they did for the Clue movie, Jeff? In the
with
movie
like
theaters?
the multiple endings.
Yeah, they had a bunch
Yeah.
of different areas that got different endings all over the country.
I've seen all of it. I
It
have it on
could have
DVD,
been-
and you can
It
do
could have
that.
been like this, but what really happened was this. And then
So that way everyone fights.
At the very end. Well, don't spoil it. Maybe people want to watch it.
no,
Well, what I'm saying is
Dude,
that
it's like
everyone in
20 years
everyone in the
movie.
U.S. is just fighting one another all
Dude,
the
that's
time.
like a
No, you're
30-year
wrong.
movie.
30-year
Or a 40-year movie, maybe. I think that was like early 80s.
I only know the board game, and I can say this, just like Mousetrap, I've never successfully played that game.
Really?
Because
Clue is
no,
actually
I
pretty
used-
easy.
it involved reading. I was
used to
like,
play
I'm
that
out.
game all
Go get Monopoly. I want monies or the Pokemon the Pokemon trainer game.
You ever play the Monopoly where you can cheat?
You mean
Where they
every
encourage
Monopoly
cheating in the
repeat?
Crimonopoly.
Yeah, there's like rules. There's like rules about cheating.
Yeah. So this is going to be based off the standard set. So this is not connected to the old Ravnica or whatever, the Ravnica remastered. But all right, whole bunch of standard sets, and one of our wishes came true this year that we asked for. It's not coming this year, but it will be. Here's everything from the main set summary. So Wild of Eldraine is coming out in September. The next after that is Lost Cavern of Ixalan. Then Murders of Carvelaw Manor, which is the Ravnica murder mystery, and that's where the Clue tie-in comes in because they'll have a Clue edition of that. Outlaws of Thunder Junction, which is the Wild West set. So
I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Bloomborough, Animal People World, and Duskmorn House of Horrors, Giant Mansion, modern horror themes. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were like,
Warren
yeah,
is like the betrayal at the House of the Hill
is it?
plane. The entire plane is a mansion.
Oh,
It's gonna be
Is
like
what I-
Jason and Freddy, like modern though, like someone chasing you through a mansion constantly.
I mean, how much money would you throw at this
Yeah.
money, Jeff? If all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, and we have
I know,
Resident Evil,
bro.
Resident
Oh
Evil."
my god,
Yep.
I'd spend so much money.
I'd take a loan.
Have, they're set up right there on my fish tank after you gave them to me.
Oh, nice, dude. Then they said that's what's coming out for basically the end of 2023 into 2024, and then the end of 2024 will lead into 2025, which they led a little bit of what's going on. So they have a set called Tennis, which is Interplanar Death Race, which if you looked at some of the concept art, which we'll get into, it looks like Twisted Metal. Ultimate, which is Return to Tarkir. Volleyball, which is just the clue is space. I swear to God, if it's another unset, like just I'm done with that. Just can you just knock it off?
Didn't Mark admit that like that didn't go over very well? Like people are kind of just over the joke sets.
Well, it's the joke set, and then there was legal cards in there that like people hated, like people hated that like stickers had to be like on cards. That bothered people a
Stickers
lot.
are bad. Yeah.
Yep. And then there's a set called Wrestling, which is Return to Lorwyn, and then Yachting, which is Return to Arcavios, which is the Strixhaven set, and then lastly they have Ziplining, which is going to be like the end game threat of all of it being connected. So that's all the standard sets.
I had to read up about what Omen Paths were when I saw finale of the Omen Path arc. I had to figure out what that all meant.
Yeah, and so this is your murders at Carlaw Manor. So that's where this photo comes from.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with this guy. Why this guy needs glasses? But all right, so this is some of the art that we're displaying here.
So this is the Clue crossover.
Yeah, well, it's Ravnica. It's placed because it looks like that's Kaya, and this is like placed in the Ravnica set, but it's like a murder
But
mystery.
it's
So
not guild based.
So what you're telling me is we're gonna get an equipment called lead pipe.
Oh, I hope so.
yeah.
Roshig.
I like how the abrupt cut just sounds terrible at the end.
I go, but I
It's
get
like
So loud.
yeah. All right, and then we got the Outlaw set.
Oh boy!
Howdy, howdy.
So
We're getting
This
our
is insane. This is the greatest thing I've
Suicide
ever seen.
Squad game or Suicide Squad
It's
set.
so upsetting that the Circle Jerk subreddit is dead, dude. Oh my god,
So goofy.
It didn't live to see the day, dude. It didn't live.
yeah. So
It's
Oh
pretty
my
great.
God.
I mean, I'm about it. I like goofy garbage like this.
Hey,
This set is amazing.
Spaghetti Western. Give me some spaghetti Western.
I'm glad they're
art.
doing something different with Ravnica. That's not just like, hey, we're going back to Ravnica and there's 10 guilds again. It's like, dude, thank God. It's like,
It's not guild based.
it's like just make it murder. Like just it's essentially like, hey, we're gonna dip into this. Yeah, but a new plane that's cowboy western themed. So I asked you guys, and asked Twitter and all the other social medias to come up with some keywords that you think are gonna go on in this set. So you don't have to give me the ability, but what do you got for keywords?
Dude, yeehaw. It
Yeah,
has
draw
to
is definitely gonna be something.
Draw.
It's gonna be like
Or
a
quick draw.
pseudo haste
Quick
thing,
draw.
or maybe it'll be what is that one where you can't interact with stuff on the stack after it's played?
Quick,
second.
split second. That would be actually.
Yeah, it might just be
Split
split second renamed.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea. Like if it's your turn, then you can't do this.
I think freeze is gonna be a thing, and it's gonna put stun counters.
Wrangle,
That's all right.
wrangle.
Hanu.
Yeah,
And
that's,
like they don't
wasted.
even need to fully remake new
just bring back
interactive things.
horsemanship.
Just, like, legit bring back old stuff, but rename
Right.
it into themed stuff. Because it's like then it kind of plays with itself and it doesn't like overlap and make things possibly terrible for
Yeah,
older
but then you
Overlap.
have
formats.
double
Yep.
keywords for the same ability.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
Well,
At this point,
that's
there's
just something
300
else you
arts
have to
for-
remember.
There's like 300 arts
People
for
complain.
Yeah.
different different playable tournament cards.
oh, they
Yeah,
did.
but the
I don't
different cards is different than like trying to remember the abilities on all these different cards.
That's
Like, I
okay.
don't want two
Pick-
different versions of haste that I have to remember.
Well,
now.
they do have two different. Technically, they have like. So remember in War of the Spark where there was like, all right, we're gonna be drawing from everything, and they have like Metalcraft in there, but they don't call it Metalcraft. They don't use the keyword Metalcraft. They're just like when you have three, it's like, wait a minute, this is just Metalcraft. What are you doing? Or
Yeah.
they chose
They
like.
missed they missed an opportunity to call this set Broco Back Mountain.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. But there's more art for it. This is the guy from Innistrad, I think. I can't remember his name. Grizz. I don't know.
Uncle Itzvin, or no, sorry, that's wrong.
Uncle Eastfine is the only uncle. Yeah. Anyways, he's like Grim something. I forget his name. Grimwald, maybe. I don't even think.
Very popular.
Oh, whatever. I've seen him before.
Yeah, he's
all
from
that matters.
the.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back, baby. And then this guy, Thunder Hands, the rootinest, tootinest cowboy you've ever seen. But yeah,
You guys
Not
ever
just
play
Tibble.
Fallout New Vegas?
Yes, that's my favorite one.
This makes me think of that a little bit. Who knows? Maybe they'll do a crossover. Come on, give me Fallout New Vegas.
yeah.
I mean-
Because it's very like westerny.
Yeah.
And then this picture in specific makes me think that I would always do the punching builds. I would never do anything
Oh,
else. Like I would
yeah,
never
yeah.
shoot. I'd
Yeah.
just run around knocking everyone's head off.
So I wonder if they're gonna do a return of Clash. 'Cause that would be like that'd be like
that
a
would be cool.
It's been a minute.
well, they haven't done it since Lorwyn, and that
Yeah.
that Clash ability is not really like just do a rework,
That could be
do a
the
rework,
draw ability. Like
The-
if the ability says draw,
or like duel. like whatever you want to call it. Face Off, something like that. All right. And Bloomborough.
People are super excited for this set, and I like the little thing that Mero said,
Yeah.
where all the creatures in this set will be scaled, and mice are 1/1s. So creatures that would normally be 2/2s might be 8/8s in this set.
Yeah.
So we're getting an 8/8 grizzly bear.
Yeah, big grizzly bears. I
Yeah,
think they said like the 5 main types are going to be like rats and mice, squirrels, bears, I believe,
Wolves. Obviously a wolf. is
and
on-
then yeah. So with that being said, what's your guys' persona?
Get out of here.
I would
An
be a
elephant.
bull.
I knew you'd be fuzzing, dog. I knew you were fuzzing, dude. Yeah, that's why. That was my question to you guys is, what persona would you take on?
This is where that furry photo came from, the thing you had on the...
Yeah, that's it.
Apparently, this is
Yeah.
why he had that garbage
This
on
is the
there.
lamest joke you've ever made.
That can't be true. I just liked it. I liked when it upset you guys. Were, what is this? Get this shit out of here! I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, and then yeah, that's probably a cool land. Just reprint Guy's Cradle. Either way, there's a book that
looks like a shock land.
is it called like the Red Shield or something. I don't know. Someone put something.
What was it? Red Wall.
Red Wall. There you go. That's like a entire like
Is the book.
Yeah.
series.
So there's that. I like the set that they're going with there. It's new and unique, different area. No humans because humans as a tribe
This
really
is
doesn't need
the
help.
book.
Alright, yeah. So then we have the Duskmorn set or whatever.
this is, it's sick.
Yeah. So this is that horror
This is
mansion.
sick.
Yeah. This is gonna be probably another grotesque art set. Yeah, it's pretty gross. And there's another
Maybe
photo
there's
from
a
it.
mention that there's still 5 planes that are like Phyrexia and whatever. There's still 5 planes
Well,
of
look at that
Phyrexia.
face, dude. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. It's pretty gnarly. So, and this guy's just like a white tee in the Magic Universe. This guy rules.
I'm flying in my white tee. Bang in my white tee.
dude looks like Lionel Richie. What the hell are you doing, dude? Get out of that mansion. You know what happens. And then, so this is the entire breakdown of 25 and 26, which we do have Innistrad Remastered, and then all this stuff coming out with it. And then the tennis. This is the set that comes out after that, which it's going to be, the idea is a death race. So, yeah, Twisted Metal, here we come.
Dude, they came out with a live action Twisted Metal.
That show
It looks
sucks.
pretty sweet.
Oh, that show sucks.
Did you
I have
watch
it
it?
on my watch list.
I've watched 4 episodes. It just sucks. Sorry.
Does it?
You want it to be Twisted Metal, and it's like, let's do some ham-fisted jokes with
It's
like,
Hollywood.
yeah, let's make it graphic. Like, let's do something graphic. But
Let's
yeah,
put some sex appeal in there. Let's put some boobies on screen.
yeah. Whereas like
I'm sure that's what it is.
the game of like Twisted Metal is so
Like
like
the
obscure.
figures, like,
Yeah, probably. And then Ultimate, which is the return to it's like Cons and Dragons or Tarkir. This is like the concept art for it. Nobody knows what's going on, but
dude, this art looks nuts.
returning to Tarkir is dope too. Like, I like Tarkir as a plane. I really did. Like the 5.
You're gonna finally get the fetch reprints.
I don't think that they ever want fetches to be on Arena, nor do they want them to go through Pioneer. Well, I guess you just
They're gonna be on Arena.
oh
They
damn.
announced the release of the
Arena will have
it,
concert.
the full set. It's not going to be a master set. They're releasing all the sets.
Sweet. So now you're Brawl
Because
deck.
well, that and
So, no,
historic.
historic will have fetches,
Yeah.
whereas Pioneer
It will
or
not.
whatever Explorer will not.
Because they announced by the end of next year, Tournament Pioneer will be available on Arena, meaning the top tier decks will all be on there.
Nice. Yeah, they did like we're gonna play. I remember them saying something about that. I didn't really pay attention too much to Arena news. Like until it happens, I don't really care. Then we have volleyball, which is the space set. So this just makes me think
We're
of
going back to on.
yeah. It looks like Warhammer 40K though stuff.
Well,
So
Those got to be lands, dude. Oh my god. I hope so.
like I mean they look like it, right? It's a planets are imploding.
Both.
Uh,
Both.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And then the big one is we're gonna go back to like wrestling is
Good.
returning.
Thank you, God.
Yeah. So
Give me anime fairies, please. Please.
Good luck
Hire
with that.
anime artists for this set.
give me more
Please.
fairies. Give me more
Please.
fairies.
yeah. So with Lorwyn, I know internally they like said about the tribal stuff. I wonder if they'll like get away from tribal from here and do something different.
I kind of hope not. Like that was, I think, a
It's a
big draw
that's
to
a
Laurel.
it's a core thing to Lorwyn is the tribal themes. So
Right.
And people
they
love
might
it.
call them
So
type.
why
Are
would you
Are
get
we
rid of
getting?
them?
Are we getting Cryptic Command and Standard?
Ugh.
That'd be a cool. I mean, I'm down with that
Whatever.
reprint. It wouldn't. I mean, it's not really very impactful in this day and
Yeah,
age,
give me
but
Cryptic Command, but have, instead of a merfolk hand on it, have it be a fairy.
yeah.
No,
so
it's gonna be
whatever.
power crypt. Cryptic command.
the
It's
the
gonna be
biggest
cryptic
thing.
command, only 2 mana.
What were the tribes?
Blue,
What,
blue, cryptic command.
There was-
Cryptic Command.
Kithkin, Merfolk, Goblins,
fairies,
Fairies,
tree folk,
Tree
Tree
folk,
Folk, and Elves.
elemental.
elves,
elemental.
and elementals. There's a lot of tribes in it. It's pretty sick, dude. That set rules.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
that
it's
set
cool.
was it was so much fun.
It also helps that was like one of the first sets that we really played with Tony.
Yeah,
What I
it's,
really like too is almost. I think there was only like 1 or 2 tribes that weren't really like competitive at the time in Standard, but like every tribe had a competitive deck, so it was
Yeah,
just so
Kithkin.
much fun.
You play
Kithkin,
the Wingbrisk mono white Kithkin deck.
white
It was cool.
weenies. There was the elemental deck that you could play with.
Yep.
That was probably the weakest of them all because it was 5 color based.
Yeah,
Doran.
Elves existed.
Says
Goblins.
you. There was another 5-color deck that was really good.
It wasn't
Fairies.
well. That was blue black. 5 color fairy or 5 color did not play fairies. That was the anti fairies deck.
Control.
No, the 5 color control was like the I play lightning bolt and great stable stag in the same deck,
Yep.
and fairies is like God damn it, this is so good.
I can't handle great stables.
Can't beat it. Can't be countering fairies.
Yeah, cool. Bring it back. I
Yeah.
need elementals. I need fairies.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
And then yachting returned to its world of Strixhaven, so a plan for your Mystical Archives Part 2, and probably this time being serialized. And then lastly, zip lining, which will be a accumulation of the entire story arc, similar to War of Spark and March of the Machines. So,
Honestly,
yep.
I hope they do a different treatment for Strixhaven this time. I don't think it should be repeated.
I think they have an idea with that stuff. So, like the idea
You
to
know what I
like,
mean?
yeah, well, they want to do treatments that identify planes. So, like, they want to do like the adventure themes are probably gonna have the fairy tale theme, right? I'm with you on that. Like, I don't think they should look like the Mystical Archives, but I can't imagine them
Yeah,
getting
they
away
look
from that.
Terrible.
Well, the Japanese variants
like
were like
them.
super high.
Yes, those were cool.
No,
but,
some
like,
of the normal ones were good too.
screw
Yeah.
that faithless looting.
Well,
I
whatever.
like
Everyone
the
gets mad.
Strixhaven
That's the first thing that
borders.
everyone goes to.
Yeah,
Thing is ugly, bro.
it is ugly.
What card?
The faithless looting.
Yeah. So,
I like that card.
I will
That's
say, with the entire lineup, there's nothing that's like I'm like eye rolling. Like when they were like we're going back to Innistrad with like a double Innistrad set, and then like that set just blew. Like I don't know. We already went the first time they went back to Innistrad, they kind of screwed it up with Eldritch Horror or whatever. That just sucked. Like I don't know what it was about that play. And then
It was like Eldrazi.
yeah, I was like, oh, this is crappy. And then the last time they
I kinda
returned.
liked it.
And the last time they returned to it, which was, the most recent, like, it just sucked. It was like, I don't know. They did a
The
bad
last
job with
one was
those.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, it was very bland. There wasn't anything super unique about it.
I'm glad they're not returning to that world.
To Innistrad. Oh yeah, but the way they are returning to it, I think is pretty cool.
All right. And other news. So, Modern Horizons 3. Yeah, so get ready for 2024 to break Modern again, because I can't.
Rotation coming.
Yeah, here comes the rotation. So, there's a
Is
demon.
that on
There's.
Ixalis?
Nah, I think that's either. I want to say it's Lord of the Pit, but I'm probably wrong. Because he's like sitting on angel wings. Maybe. And then it's going to be themed about these 3 titans. So, pick up your trial lens now. Don't miss the
I wonder
boat.
if this is just showing that. Well, no, because in Modern Horizons they don't do reprints.
No, it's
unless
just
it's not in the
it's
format.
so.
Because all these arts are the actual arts from the original ones, aren't they? Or well, the Ulamog is the one from.
The Ulamog's
second.
from Battle for Zendikar, and the Kozilek is whatever.
But the other Emrakul, that's the same art from original
Yeah.
Rise of Eldrazi.
So, I predict Purple Man is going to be created. So,
It's not.
why not?
Because these run off colorless.
Well, I mean, why not just make it a set that you have to buy purple mana and break purple mana. We have a Gaia's Cradle. If for every colorless permanent you have, it taps for a purple.
Oh my god.
Like just break it. I don't know. Why not?
No.
Well, there's probably going to be a free cycle in here because if they don't print free cycles, all this stuff's going to be like basically unplayable.
Eh.
It's so bad.
It's good format. I don't mind.
I like it.
Free spells are not good for a format.
Someone lend me some griefs. I like it.
Yeah, Death Shadow's back because of some other news. Secret Layer Commander Decks Angels, which is the 100 the super premium deck series that they've been doing. The last one was there was the coin flip one.
DFC was the second one.
Yeah, that one kind of sucked. And this one is going to be Angel, which right from the get go you see some like kind of good cards, if you will. So right like Archangel.
There's a card in here that's never been printed before.
Commander's Plate.
No, there's a card in here from the Sega Genesis Magic game.
Am I missing it?
It's an angel that where if it's in the I want to say it's like if it's in the graveyard, you roll a die or a d4, and I think you have to hit like a 4 and you bring it back.
Oh no way, dude!
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, so right from the get go, you get Archangel of Thune, which is already sweet, and then it sucks because your Gisela and your your Bruna can't be partners in the command zone. So that kind of makes it sucky. But yeah, anyways.
Wait, do all these arts connect? No.
Nah, they're just like thematic.
They're just themed. Yeah.
Yeah, and they come into some
Commander
crazy
Blade
horror.
looks
Man, I was about to say it.
Yeah,
I
give me
just
old
built.
border
I've been putting my Angels
Angel
deck
deck.
together.
Yeah,
So now I gotta go and buy that.
yeah, get
All the-
right.
Promos.
Sell it's 150, but the price of the actual deck comes out to about 270, I think.
Well, they revealed the
For
list
now,
already.
Value.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know
For
that.
now.
That's super sick. I didn't even know that. Yeah, Ravnica
Also-
remastered.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier.
This is
I'm
supposed to
pumped.
come out at the beginning of 2024.
Yeah, so every year, I think the beginning of the year, they're always going to do it like because 2025 has Ravnica or Innistrad remastered, and this year we had Dominaria remastered. So I think this is their like way. Hey, let's capitalize on old board cards without jamming them in every single set. So let's just make it a set that you buy. So old border duels old border shocks with OG art. I mean, those are going to be
Yep. Can't wait.
so Rob Alexander's series. Yeah, those are going to be like highly sought after. Was Krenko
I love that
even in
they picked
Ravnica?
Krenko. He was in not this Krenko, but
Yeah.
that's where he is from.
Gotcha.
Okay.
The second printing of him was in
The Kingpin one of the.
last Ravnica that could have come out.
All right. I was wondering why they
And
picked this
He was
card.
was he a core set card?
Yes, originally.
Yeah, M13, I think.
Or
M12.
In the D&D Magic crossover with Ravnica, the first quest you can go on is actually to kill Krenko.
Yeah, so they're probably going to do this old border theme all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if they're serialized in here because serialized shotguns mean buku bucks. So, yeah.
I want serialized Krenko.
Yeah. And I feel like this is their
What
way
number
of
do you want? If you can, 1 out of 500, what would you pick?
69.
Not
This is
69.
You know what?
Not
Either 69 or 420.
If you're not gonna- if you're not gonna
None
accept-
of those meme numbers. What number would you pick? What number is personal to you?
If you're not going to let me pick the number I want.
Probably 13. 'cause that's
27.
My favorite number.
Yeah, 27.
Okay. There you go.
27.
See,
What's your favorite number?
I
I
won't-
don't know.
I want real answers here. I don't want meme answers. Get out of here.
Well, you never
If I had
answered.
an opportunity to get 420, I would.
You
Because
never-
it's funny. Or 69.
Sure.
You never
But-
never told me what your fuzzing is on the weekend.
What?
Nothing.
All right, what's next?
Bro, they be stealing.
Oh, this is so crazy.
Stop.
Yeah.
Dude, I teamed up with them. I saw him. I was like, "Yo, let me roll with you."
Yo, let me get a box. I won't say what hotel you're in. But yeah, this is
How did they walk out? Like,
Old.
this blows my mind.
they probably just look.
dude.
They probably just look like they were supposed to be there.
Yeah,
I mean,
they stole.
that's true.
Exactly, dude. It is. That's 100% the truth.
They
but, like,
stole
if you
exhibitor
act like you
badges and then
belong,
they
no one
rolled
cares.
in and they rolled out.
Yeah, or they had exhibitor badges and rolled in and rolled out.
That's too identifiable.
That,
What
who,
did
who,
they
who?
steal, though?
So, can I ask you something about the security at Gen Con? Do you think they're have some memory of who did this? Like they don't scan you in. They just look at it. Okay, come on in.
Yeah, but camera angles could easily figure it out.
But he's
Yeah.
got
No one knows this
sunglasses,
guy.
bro.
You see this footage? You think this is what is this CSI or whatever this stupid show
Yeah.
is? Like enhance,
Potato phone.
enhance.
Dude, that just makes
Yeah,
me think
but
of the.
all it takes is someone to go, "Oh my God, that's Derek. What is he doing?" That's all it takes is for someone to see it.
Yeah. So they're
That's
aggressive.
crazy.
That's so crazy.
So if you stole $300,000 worth of stuff, would you just crack it all in your room?
Oh hell yeah!
No.
Just make
I
a
mean,
big
yeah,
mess.
what are you
You'd
gonna
look
do?
like
Sell?
a fucking monster. You walk.
What are you
in
gonna
and
do,
I'd be
sell?
in the dark,
I
just
do.
opening packs.
3 million boxes.
Yeah.
You couldn't sell the boxes. You'd have
Nope.
to open them and move it slowly.
You could sell the boxes. Just put them on eBay. Nobody's fault. Just or I mean whatever the.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was like the Austin Powers trading card game boxes. Like God damn it, we blew
I
it.
heard they don't do that anymore. I found that out
Yeah, they ruin a lot of all the good stuff.
because I found out today that Apple is the world champion of the last tournament for that card game.
Yeah, he's the reigning champion and still
Yeah.
undefeated. Yeah.
Who?
Apple.
All right.
Who's Apple?
Nothing. Local
from
game store
the
guy.
Cards, yeah.
Big boy. Overalls.
Do we have to talk about this? Because this was dumb.
I think this is dope.
I preordained.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything.
Should have
that's
been
why.
Ponder.
Probably. But anyways, in modern, so there was a ban announcement this Monday, and then they announced 2 unbans, one being preordained, the other one being Mind's Desire and Legacy. Everybody's pretty thrilled about Mind's Desire and Legacy because it reanimated Storm is what people are saying right now. Because the card is stupid.
That's probably why they didn't do Ponders. They wanted to differentiate
So-
Legacy from.
Yeah, good
Modern
point.
Legacy.
Yeah, that's a good
Here's
idea.
the thing.
I don't think Ponder would have made like Modern feel like Legacy. I just think at this point, like, there's so many free
think
spell
you
stuff
wouldn't-
to do. Like, why preordain? This isn't going to do anything for Storm.
Oh no. I'm not. I'm talking about Mind's Desire is just Legacy Storm because it's like the most fun card
no,
to play
I get
with.
that, but a lot of people like in the.
He's not modern right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll let's just stick with modern then. We'll get back, Jamie. We'll get to your.
Sorry, I'm
No, you're
just
good, dude.
Upset about this stupid
What?
card being unbanned.
I think it's pretty good, dude. I like it. It's. I mean, like.
What's gonna play it?
I mean, there's already Death
Don't
Shadow
play
list.
this over and consider.
Murktide.
You do.
No.
Yeah, because right now the deck is struggling to put sorceries in the bin. So like,
Yep.
Consider doesn't do that.
guess.
Considers instant speed, but like that deck's all set up, right? So like your turn 1 can either be DRC or Ponder or Preordain now, whereas the other way around, it's like you would hold up Bolt or Consider. You probably play both, to be honest with you, but like you need more sorceries in the deck to balance out your DRCs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
And the 4 baubles don't always cut it.
no, and it's like the only other sorcery I had was Expressive.
Mm-hmm.
So increasing your sorcery count, doubling it, and then actually putting in a spell that, I mean, it really does dig deep. Like it's not Ponder where you see 3, but you also don't get the consequences of Ponder where you get trapped by I need this card but not these other 2, and then get stuck. You know, you get the
And then also,
Sift.
Expressive is rough because it's on turn 2 when you need to be countering things
yeah.
during your opponent's turn. So, like, being able to preordain and then keep up Spell Pierce for something like whatever that stupid Cascade spell is.
Yeah, this also doesn't mean that when you're playing Murktides that you have to be on Izzet. You can go into Dimir, which allows you to play Death Shadow, which is a different angle. Like you're not locked into like, well, the best version of this deck is DRC, Murktide, and Expressive. You can go. I now have a reasonable draw spell that doesn't force me into Expressive iteration that I can play with Death Shadow, and that's this card.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been lists
I mean,
that are pumping
sure,
out it.
I still think this card. I don't know. I still think it's gonna be like a flash in the pan. Like we're gonna see
Probably.
it,
They gave us-
and then it's
they
just
gave
gonna
us
get weeded
Faithless
out.
Looting back.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Faithless Looting for sure.
Agreed. Faithless looting. I think faithless looting would have been better. Ponder, like
Yeah.
I'd rather see Ponder at this point.
Yeah.
Just because, like, there's free spells everywhere, man. Like the format's just so fast. Like, just give him Ponder at this point. I just like go wild. I don't care anymore.
Okay, fair. I'm with you. Yeah, I like it's almost like a non-impact card, and it's like, all right, good, take it off, like whatever. Like I feel nothing
agree
from
it
it.
shouldn't be banned. Like
Yeah.
I'll admit that. Like I don't like. I'm not like, oh no, this needs to be banned. It's more or less like, why was this the only card unbanned?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do anything against like.
They should have went ham. They should have unbanned a lot of things.
Well, that's where
Just
we're
like
all.
the format.
everybody's clamoring for. Please give me more. You know. Yeah, I'm looking at current lists right now to see if anybody is playing Rootin and the 5-0s or whatever, and I'm just not seeing it. This also gonna be old data because this just happened on Monday, so I don't know if they've printed those lists yet.
Yeah, it's been out for 2 days.
Yeah.
And MTG Top 8 normally takes like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, do you like get caught up?
Yep.
Well, I'm not on MTG Top 8. I'm on like these
The
are
actual website, I think
Yeah.
that takes about like 24 hours.
yeah.
But
see it.
still, like, you'll see it, but I don't like. Again, it's a card that just gets like slotted in, like doesn't feel impactful really. Like, sure, you might have the option to play Demir, but okay. Does this actually help the format? Does it?
Yeah,
open
so
it up?
it's
just the same deck. but with
Yeah.
black instead of
It's
red?
not out yet because there's a Storm deck that top or 5-0 that's playing Serum Visions over it, which is just like you would never do that.
No. Yeah.
So.
Not unless you're playing both for some reason.
Yeah, it's not out yet. So we'll see in the next couple of weeks.
Well, it
like
says
if,
right there that it's Tabletop and Magic Online, August 7th, and it's the 9th right now.
yeah, but where they're pulling these lists from, like they're just
Oh,
not.
that's
Yeah,
what you mean.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. They don't have that set up like that subset of data in there yet. So it looks all that stuff. But yeah. All right, cool.
Sorry, you guys can talk about Legacy now.
JB, what do you think about Mind's Desire?
Yeah, I mean, so my thing is, I think it's in the same position that every other really popular all out of nowhere card is or was like in Legacy. So you look at stuff like what's the stupid Minskin Boo that was like everywhere for a month after it came out on MTGO. I think once people have their fun with it and it chills out, you won't see as much of it running around. I think it'll be a niche deck that will be fun, but I don't think it'll be busted.
So aside from Lutri, this card is like this is like the card that was the fastest banned ever.
10
Like
days.
yeah, it lasted 10 days. Everything else,
But
yeah,
it was banned
yeah.
when. Oh, you mean in like standard?
Yeah, I'm just saying like
Oh,
it was
okay, yeah,
it was
yeah.
the
I was
fastest
about to
banned
say-
card ever. Yeah.
This card has been banned since the inception of Legacy, I think, is
Yeah.
what I was reading, if I remember right. And you have to remember you've gotten things like Flusterstorm,
Yep.
various ways to slow it
Oh,
down
for
or
sure.
stop it from doing its thing.
Mind Break
So,
Trap.
Mind Break Trap. So I feel
Yeah.
like this is just another fun way to do what Ant was doing.
Yeah.
And like people are going to play around with it and have fun with it, and that's why you see so many people trying it right now. But
Yeah.
I think it'll tamper off like super hard in the near future.
So the upside to Mind's Desire, and I think why it's fun, there's like a roulette aspect of it, right? And like with Tendrils, it's just a dead card in your opening hand. It sucks. Like, I mean, so is I guess you say with Mind's Desire, but like you want to play 4 Mind's Desire. You don't want to play 1. You want to play 4 because they chain. If you cast Mind's Desire, you exile the top 8 cards and you play those cards and you have another Mind's Desire. You storm off another 7 and then you get 15 and then you just they chain. So like it's like the most insane fun card to play in like that subsequential sequence. Whereas like Tendrils, you're like, I need to get the specific one of, I need to do like a Burning Wish package and like be able to go search for it. And the same is true for like the Grape Shot and the other one. Yeah, those two. Like you don't want to see those as multiple of. Whereas like if you storm 4 Mind's Desire for 5 and you get lucky and hit another Mind's Desire in that 5, you get to cast 4 more spells and then Mind Desire for 9 and then do it again. Like you just chains forever until you want to win the game. So, I think it's going to make Storm fun versus always having to do a Tendrils plan. And then this also, you can have stupid win conditions so you don't get completely blown out by things like Veil of Summer. So you're just like, oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I'll just cast Emrakul now. I'll just have my one of Emrakul, sick. And then yeah. So
I mean, if you want to do that,
yeah,
we could just play that Mississippi River deck. You can cast all the Emrakuls you want.
that deck is so nonsense.
It's the same thing. You're doing the same thing as this deck because you're just flipping your cards over and over.
Legit bulk rares or bulk cards, and like, all right, like that deck
City of
is
Traders,
yeah,
Ancient Tombs, and Bulk.
yeah, and legit bulk. Like it's that deck's great.
But that's what I'm saying is like it's very much the same feel as that deck. It's like I'm just gonna keep flipping cards and playing stuff and like playing
Yeah.
weird monstrosity things.
Yeah. So I've been like trying to like no one who is doing like that is 5-0ing is posting their list. They're like trying to keep it secret. So it's like, God damn. So we're like everybody's like just waiting for like the 5-0 list to come out so we can finally see the legacy like Mind's Desire decks, right? So
Like
pretty-
I don't think they're terrible. I just don't think they're just exploding right now, and it's a huge thing that everyone's talking about because it's fresh.
yeah,
That's it.
it's fun. The card's just like dumb fun.
And it's the first time something's been unbanned in Legacy in how long?
Fun. Yeah, I got a list right here.
It's also a lot quicker to do in
Yeah.
MTGO
Yep.
because it just goes and it puts everything on the stack.
So how is this one doing it? Oh, this is that deck you're talking. No, it's not. Oh yeah, it's the it's the this is the super cascade deck where you play creative technique and then you just cascade and then
This
you
is
do it again.
essentially
Yeah.
essentially
Creative
that
technique, dude.
Mississippi deck, but
I-
with more.
This is the Mississippi deck because
Yeah.
I was just looking up what it is, and that's the deck.
Yeah,
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 because it's all about creative technique. You just cast creative technique and then keep doing it.
yeah.
What
Like,
is that?
so you if you shuffle your library and then you reveal a card to you whatever, but you get to do this demonstrate where if you use the ability of demonstrate, they get to make a copy of it and then you get to make a copy of it. So like it gets through what's it called? It gets through damn, I can't think of the word for it now. There's a reason why you do the demonstrate ability, but when you cast yeah, when you cast a spell, you may copy it. So you make a copy of it so they don't get to just like force will it. And you're like, I don't like, hopefully you don't top deck another force will to copy my copy, but like essentially you cast this for 5 and then you have a copy on the stack and they get to do the same thing as you. And then they have to come up with 2 counters for both of them. And then like, then essentially what you want to hit is an Apex Devastator. And then you literally you just take your deck and just,
Yep.
you go, check this out.
Real-
Bleh.
And you go check out my Emrakul.
Yeah, and then you get to play cards like these sack lands that tap for 2 and add 2 mana. Like these crappy bulk like.
No way, dude. Crystal Vein is just City of Traders.
Well, this deck doesn't even play Crystal Vein. It does. This is like the true. This is the true budget version. Like this is the version that doesn't have 4 Ancient
Budget
Tomb.
version with 2 volcanic islands.
Yeah, fair. My bad.
That is. Those are cheap.
Yeah, but you
No,
don't.
they're
Like,
not.
this list doesn't play the Ancient Tombs and so forth. But yeah, so, but that's pretty cool. What everybody's playing this card too, just because this card's sick. The Larian's Reveal or whatever. Yeah,
Card is that?
that's the one that is island
One
cycling.
you could cycle for an
Oh
island.
yeah.
It's go get
That's
Mystic
crazy.
Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is. All right. Yeah, maybe the preliminaries may have preordained because that's like the day of stuff. See if we can find any. Nope. Tribal
Is that
Flames.
Zoo?
Yeah, Zeus still in there.
What?
It's probably like one of the best decks to go against. What's it called?
Tron.
Yeah,
And
because it does play Leyline. It does play Leyline Binding, which hits the 1 ring, so like gets those cards going. And then it also plays like a beatdown plan with these 2 cards. Was there any monkeys in the top 8? No, don't think so. No.
In Legacy?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh wait, yeah.
Oh, check that out. There it is.
Scam runs monkey.
Yeah. Demir with 4 preordain. Okay, these people are just trying, and the 1 ring. Jesus Christ.
And Snapcaster Mage.
More of these. Oh, they got. That's cool. The what's it called? Hammer Time's playing.
Hammer
Yeah,
Time.
playing 4 preordain. That's a nice addition. Oh, okay. More. Okay, so it's not bad. It's pop. Everybody's trying it, to be fair. So like it's new. Cool. Why 3? All right. This is some. Okay, done. All right. What is the most named card under Pithing Needle?
Crystal Brand.
You think so? What's up, Jacob? How you doing?
Answer.
I think it's Jace. Jace or Stoneforge.
Was it legal during Jace times?
Yeah, it came out in
M11.
Yeah, it came out
Yeah,
in.
then,
It was
then
an.
I believe it would be Jace.
It's an M10. Yeah, it was printed at M10, and then the original printing's from Saviors of Kamigawa.
Yeah, it's either Jace or
Crystal
Stoneforge.
Brand. Aether Vial.
Airval's a pretty good one too. Huh. There's some of the comments that when I posted this, people were like, Prince of Paradise. And I was like, how many times do you think people have named that card?
Oh,
Like-
I've been a lot.
Yeah, like, oh,
But
Gaia.
I'm gonna say Fetchland.
Yeah, any fetch land and the wasteland were good options. Because, like, I'll stop
I've
you
done
from...
that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
guys
mean,
have
those
done
are
that
good
at least
too.
once,
But if we're talking about non-land,
Yeah.
it would definitely be like Grizzlebrand and Jace are
Oh,
like
yeah, for sure.
top contenders. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean,
trying-
like you said, Stoneforge, but I feel like most of those.
Same with
Well, I'm saying
Jace.
because those decks were played, or that and Jace were played in the same deck when this was in standard.
Yeah, fair.
There's got to be another card that was a triggerable
think-
or
Aether
activatable.
Vial.
Either File's
Aether
good one.
Vial, yeah.
I mean, this card probably sees more play now than it did, like,
Ever did.
from, like,
Well,
2018.
Urza Saga
Dude, I-
brought
That's what I'm
it back.
saying.
I used to. That card used to have like a cement spot in my sideboard.
I
It
mean,
has like only recently come out.
It's in standard,
But,
so it sees play now too a lot.
yeah, it's pretty good.
It's that card's like legit the best card in Legacy.
I got my play set.
I mean, it became really good just because Urza Saga exists.
Well, you
right?
now you don't have to
Just
have
get to cheat
multiples.
it in.
Yeah,
And you don't have to cast it. You could just sneak it in.
And it's a
and it
main deck.
runs
And it's a
people.
main deck card too. And
Yep, as a one of because
Yeah.
you can tutor it up at any given time.
yeah,
if you-
and if they
Great.
don't respond to theirs or Saga,
You get 'em.
They don't get a chance.
you remember your first
Yep.
beer moment with this card, where someone goes cast Pithy Needle, and you're just like, it resolves, and
100%.
you're like,
And then
okay,
I
mystery
made
reinforced.
their onboard fetch land.
Yeah, and they're like, I'll respond. I was like, can't. They're like, what? It's like, you blew it. So, you know.
I definitely casted the Pithy Needle, looked the guy in the eye, and then he looked back and like gave me the it resolves thing, and I'm like, polluted Delta.
Yeah, and he's like, wait, it's like, nah. This is
And then he looks down like, oh shit.
I had a guy, I cast Blood Moon.
I was against like a rugged over player too. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's Star City Legacy or whatever. That was a good time.
I had a guy, this is when I was playing Blue Moon, and I cast Blood Moon, and he's got 2 fetches on the board, and he goes, yeah, it resolves. I go, okay. And then he's like, all right, and then like I pass the turn, and he goes upkeep draw, and then he's like, I'll crack my fetches. I'm like, no, they're mountains. He's like, yeah, but they're mountains in addition. I go, no, they're just straight up mountain. They lost all abilities. He's like, that's not what the card says. I go, all right, Judge, like explain to this guy that these are mountains. Like,
It's always my favorite when you're playing Legacy and people question things. Like I remember playing Belcher once, and I revealed my whole deck, and there was no mountain because it was on the field, and the guy was like, "It
You
does
just
know
think
the
it did
damage,"
anything.
and I'm like, "Yes, it does."
yeah.
We argued for like 5 minutes about it, and I finally called a judge.
Yeah.
So hang on, what's the answer you have for this Pithy Needle?
For me, it was Jace the Mind Sculptor. I thought that was the most named card, but like in the last 3 to 4 years, it probably hasn't been Jace the Mind Sculptor. Like you can actually name Urza Sagas, like your opponent's Urza Sagas, but if you're playing Urza Saga, it's a bad move. Only because you can stop them from creating the constructs. You don't get to stop the mana ability, but you definitely get to stop the constructs, which is the reason why you play Urza Saga, because that card is degen. Which, you know what, maybe that's what Mono... Yeah.
People still name Gristlebrand with this card. I'm sure Gristlebrand still sees play.
Yeah, it's hanging in there. It's for sure hanging in there. Like,
Trex is just like creeping in.
I like that photo I sent you guys this week of somebody crystal branding and drawing 21 cards, and then someone's like, Flash and Orcus Bowmaster with all the triggers on the stack. They're like Veil of Summer.
I thought it was really funny.
Hold on,
when I
Chief.
was like, when I was like, you just target one of the other things, and Josh is like, oh, that's big brain. Like, you don't have to target yourself.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, before the triggers resolve, you have to. It's just like, okay, well, I'll target my Orcish. How does Orcish Bowmaster
And-
work? Do you have to
I was
name
about
all
to
the
say,
triggers at the
and
same?
Orcish Bowmaster's on the field when it hits because it's an ETB.
Yeah.
So what happens is it's on the field so you can target itself. if
Well-
you
Yeah,
want.
because you can't target the token because it happens at the same time as the damage.
Well, it's not that you draw 19 and get a 1919. It's individual triggers like 1 1 1 1 1
But
1.
that
Yeah,
first
so-
trigger
so-
would have to kill the Orcish Bowmaster.
And then the amass token becomes a 1919 with 18 damage on it.
Yeah,
Well,
or
you
you
would
shoot
have
it
to-
all, or you shoot it
Oh,
all
so-
at like
At one thing, and then they just fizzle.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Because it's
Or
Yeah.
You
You
still would
just,
get
like,
so you target the Orcish Bowmaster with
I gotta
all
look
the
this
you
up.
just tell
one
them, no, you,
triggers.
you have to target yourself.
Yeah, that'd be so funny. I just need to see how
Well,
this thing.
okay, so here's how that would work.
Tell me a different thing.
If they
Tell me a
played
different thing.
Orcish Bowmaster, and the triggers went on the stack, and you did your Summer Veil or Veil of Summer, and then you shot the Bowmaster, and they had no other options on the board, they'd have to shoot themselves.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
think
if
that
you
would
like
be-
got shot at the Orcish Bowmaster.
Where you're like,
Be sad.
so you're like, I'll
Actually, you'll die.
Well, no, it wouldn't stop because
Nah, 'cause it'd be off the field by the-
Orcish
yeah.
Bowmaster come. Well, no, because it's when you actually draw the card. Never
Ooh,
mind.
that card's like $50 now. God damn
and it's
it.
on the
What,
stack, so
Orcish?
you'd
Yeah.
kill it
It's been
while
50.
those were on the stack
Yeah.
before they could choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. There's no way to. I don't think there's no way to, because I just want to make sure that, because it's the trigger happens and then it has a separate clause. So I'm not sure like if it.
You still get the token, I think.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it to see, because you do the draw trigger happens and then all those triggers go on the stack, and then like as each individual one resolves,
drawn.
yeah, you then you have to do the targeting. Versus the one, it being all one clause like Shieldred.
Yeah.
Let me see what Shieldred reads.
So this is whenever your opponent draws a card, so it'd be each individual card triggers it.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Fair enough. Yeah. Great card. Love it. It's a blast. Made me laugh when I saw that. I was like, oh, you're the real G. Hold on to those Grizzle brands, baby. Hold on, Chief. Veil of Summer. Which that card is still like $8.
Card's very good.
Yeah.
Mana Cryptic Command, I heard it's pretty good.
It's a lot better than that. You can stop Red Elemental Blast for some reason. You're like,
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I love it. Like, oh wait, my things can't be
I got
countered.
blown out by that.
Everybody gets blown out by it.
Wait, what?
So Veil
it
of
says
Summer.
your stuff can't be countered.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
So it's like, yeah, I don't care. This says counter.
Yeah, people are like, I'll counter your thing on the stack. I don't think so, Tim. Yeah, pull one of those. All right, that's all we got for this week, dudes.
Cool.
Josh,
Man, you gotta figure out how to fix that.
yeah, it's a little bit spicy. I think I
What's the hot take?
I normalized it too much.
Is it my turn?
Yeah,
For the
baby.
hot take, yes.
There's only one good Final Fantasy, and it's 8. This Wednesday, my dudes.
You just like the card game. Get out
That's
of
the
here.
best part of that game.
100%.
Yeah.
I actually just bought 8 on my PS.